Hello guys and girls, welcome back to another video on Sunday market breakdown. So today I'll be sharing with you my trade setup for the week, what I'm looking out for, and we have right here the currency pair GBP USD. And so we are on the daily time frame. Let me draw my trend line so you see the structure that I'm looking out for. So overall, this is the overall structure. We had something like a two touch on the trend line, which we rejected right here, like so, and here for the override. And from there we now moved up bullish. So let me just go to the lower time frame so you'll be able to see the structure well for what it is. So I ran in my trend line like so, and there you go. So let me head to the 4 hour so we'll be able to see the overall the lower time frame structure. So you can see we broke the structure, and we are looking for the market to at least long to this trend line where we had our previous rejection, like right here. So since we just broke above, and let me head further down to the lower time frame, the 1 hour, so you can have the whole detail of what I'll be looking at. You can see we are just trending. We had a little entry like this, like so, right here, like here and here previously, there. And I want you to understand one thing, like real quick. This is what I'll be basically looking for. I'm basically looking to short or to long the market, because the overall trend is a bullish trend. So I'm basically looking to long the market. But before that, you can see we have a 3 drives in price like this. 3 drive in price, like I made earlier last week in the Sunday markets breakdown video. We have 1, we have 2, and we have 3. So right there, this is actually telling us that we may have a short-term sale, which means that you need to watch out for the short-term sale so that you don't get tagged out for it to run the 3% or how many percent you were looking for. So what we do, and the trade ID I'm looking for right here, is now looking for the short-term sales to reject right from this low, and we now head for the buys. So like so, we now will sell down here, like so. So right, we are just looking for the market. We are hoping the market sells down to this our point of value, where we now look for the buys. That is the market selling down right here. Then we now look to go long, because if you notice in the previous price action, we had a similar pattern, similar stuff, like a similar scenario like this. Let me show you where you can see something similar to this. If you notice something right here, we also had the 3 drives in price right here, like so. So what I actually trade is a more very repeatable price action, and we did have our override right here, kind of override which just slightly broke the structure, and we tapped back to that area where we started the consolidation. You see, like so. So this was what actually happened, and this is the trade idea. Just simple, but yet very effective. So this is the same repeatable price action that I'm looking out for. So you see, when we sold off like so from here to this point, we now rejected and we went sideways and we continued to run. So that is the same repeatable price action I'm looking out for on this GBP USD. So right, we're hoping when the market drops right to let's head to the 15 minutes so you can really see the internal structures. Okay, so when the market drops right to this point right there, we now set our limit order like so, and we position for a stop loss below the low. Maybe 25 is okay, to whatever limit you want to be target. But personally, I mostly go for 3 to 1, and I'm very okay with that. So that's that for GBP USD, and we head to another currency pair. So right, we have NZD card right here, and basically we're on the daily time frame, and I want to show you my analysis for the week. And right here you can see we had a strong resistance point in the market where the market tested this high and it went for the short, and it came back, tested the area again right here and sold off again, and it is coming back to test it again for the third time, or if not more, because if you can see right here, we just wicked a little bit and we tested it there. But the market is trying to show us or to give us an information, so nothing is actually absolute, but we just react based on the information the market is presenting us with. So let me head to the 4 hour so you can see clearly what the trade idea is really is. So right now you can see this was the should I say inflation point where we wicked off a little bit from the daily's high, and we sold off temporarily, and we came back again to test the high for the second time right here, which we later sold off again temporarily. So basically, from my own analysis, we can see the market is trying to create something like a reversal pattern. A reversal pattern is what I'm anticipating from the market. That is what the market is trying to create if we can get it really correct. So you see, nothing is 100% absolute, but we only react based on what the market is giving us. So this is the reversal pattern I'm anticipating from the market. I'm looking for the market to move right here, break the previous high, the daily's high, test the trend line, the internal structure, sell off, and give us a sideways price action for the down run. So that is what I'm looking out for on NZD card. I'm looking out for this reversal pattern to come, and if it does, it is one of my high probability setup. So when it does come, you see still the same trade idea, 3 touch drive in price 1, we have 2, and finally we're waiting for the third touch. And when we have the third touch, we can take a risk entry. That is just from our rejection candle. When we get our rejection candle where some people or most of traders are being washed off from the week, we can set our order something like this, basically, and target the lows. 4 to 1 will be fine. Maybe you can go much, you can crop your stop loss, it depends on your style. 3 to 1 is fine in the internal structure, but you cannot just always cap yourself because we are high up in the run. So at least we expect the market to reach the low of the structure, the internal structure, before we head down to all the low of the overall range, that is from this low to here. You can always decide how you manage your trade. So that's for NZD card. I'm just giving you like a bird's eye view of the structure I'm hoping from the market to form, and how I intend to set my limit orders, and we hope it does play out.